Senator Sanders, I want to acknowledge that there's also a rift in the Democratic Party, and it doesn't get quite as much attention as the media likes to give the rift on the right. But there is a rift between sort of progressive Democrats and maybe moderate Democrats. In fact, here's what you had to say last week about Hillary Clinton. It is important for leadership now to explain to them why they're hurting and how we can grow the middle class. I don't think that is the politics of Senator Clinton or the Democratic establishment. Is Hillary Clinton not the right choice for the Democratic Party?
I've known Hillary Clinton for many years. She's a friend. I like Hillary Clinton. The issue, and I think Rick touched on this, what we need to do is not be attacking people. We need to be analyzing what the problems are in this country and coming up with real solutions. And I have to say the media very often doesn't help us in that. All right? The issue here is the collapse of the middle class and the fact that we have more people living in poverty than ever before.
Right, so is the Goldman Sachs Walmart candidate and Hillary Clinton, is she right for the party?
It is not just Hillary Clinton. I mean, Goldman Sachs and Wall Street play an enormous role in terms of both political parties. Very little legislation will get through the Congress that it is not approved by corporate America or Wall Street.
Hillary Clinton is your leading candidate for president. Is she really the face of the values that you're talking about?
What I believe, and again, I'm not here to attack Hillary. What we need is a candidate who's going to stand up for the working class, take on the big money interest, tell Wall Street that they cannot continue to dominate the politics of this country. That is, I think, what the American people want. Also, what the American people want is to say, we're not going to cut Social Security, we're not going to cut Medicare, we're not going to cut Medicaid, but we are going to ask the wealthiest people in this country to start paying their fair share of taxes. And you know what else we're going to do? We're going to finally begin to deal with the very serious crisis of climate change and transform our energy.
That sounds more like you and Elizabeth Warren than it does Hillary Clinton. I got to say.
Well, the voters can decide that. But I think we need that debate.
Here's my worry.
This country is in trouble.
Here's my worry, Senator. I worry that the voters have already decided. It seems like Hillary Clinton is sucking up the air in this presidential election. I want you to see this ad and get your response to it. Check this out. That is an ad from the Ready for Hillary super PAC. It just came out yesterday.
We're already sick of that song, right?
The song is driving me nuts, but the Hillary movement is also driving me nuts. We've coronated her, it seems, and there's no room for progressive candidate, or is there?
Well, look, the voters have not talked. I mean, I think the media has determined that Hillary is supposed to be the candidate. I guess they decided Chris Christie was the candidate. He had a problem along the way. Let's talk to the voters. What do the voters want? And let's discuss the issues. I think the American people now are tired of establishment politics, which is dominated by big money interests. They want the working class to begin to get a break rather than just large corporations.
Well,